Hey gang, here's everything I saw and consumed at World Expo 2025 in Osaka. And let me tell you, this place is absolutely massive and pretty incredible. So first things first, this edition of World Expo takes over the entirety of Yamashima Island, which you can get to pretty easily by metro from downtown Osaka. First thing you'll notice when you get through the gates is the Grand Ring. It's one of the world's largest wooden structures, and it's stunning in person. It literally connects the entire expo and expresses the theme of unity and diversity. Walking across it, you can basically absorb different cultures, ideas, all woven together in a pretty awesome journey. It's a great way to move through the expo with a bird's eye view. So my first stop was obviously the Jordan Pavilion. I was born there, and I gotta say I'm pretty proud of what they did. I lined up for a whole hour and could see why there was so much hype around it. They did a great job at showcasing the ancient and present identities of the country, hence the theme of the Kingdom of Time that they went with. And the centerpiece is that 360-degree screen that takes you through places like Petra, Amman, and Wadi Rum. They even imported the sand from Wadi Rum, and they do make you take your shoes off, so maybe pack a spare pair of socks if you don't want to get sand in your shoes. And bonus points, they've got a Dead Sea spa upstairs, and the foods and bevies were free here, unlike most other pavilions. Next up, I hit up the Saudi Arabian Pavilion, not just because I lived there for a while, but the exterior was pretty phenomenal and that really drew me in. On the inside, it was bold, futuristic, and immersive. There was an incredible use of multimedia to showcase everything from culture to sustainability and tech innovations. And now my favorite stop, the France Pavilion. Their theme was a hymn to love, and I freaking loved this pavilion. They brought their signature style, celebrating craftsmanship, fashion, winemaking, and all that jazz. The pavilion aims to demonstrate a symbiotic relationship between the natural and built environment, with light playing a key role in this interaction, and I think they just completely knocked it out of the ballpark. Plus, there is a full-on cafe and bakery with a shorter lineup downstairs, but I was already pretty stuffed from lunch. And speaking of which, pretty much all the pavilions had some sort of a cafe or a restaurant. I've been wanting to visit Japan my whole life, and I refuse to eat anything not Japanese while I'm here. I also hit up Malaysia, and the food smelled amazing in there. But again, that massive lunch had me full for hours. Also, countries that didn't have a full-on pavilion lived in these commons, like, the one you see here featuring Grenada, Barbados, and a bunch of other countries. And now 5 hours of lining up and walking later, my legs were giving 404 errors. So as much as I love you, Canada, I was done for the day. Cool exteriors, though. And the same goes for Singapore, Azerbaijan, and Japan. Well, except for that creepy little security robot outside the Japan pavilion. But I digress. One last thing, if you're not in a particular rush to get, that swag, skip the lines at the merch shop. You can buy a bunch of stuff pretty much anywhere. The metro station, I picked these guys up at the Loft store in Kyoto. So those were my highlights from World Expo 2025 in Osaka. If this is that one year that you're planning a trip to Japan, definitely get this one on your radar. It runs until October, and it was a pretty unique experience. Okay, now time to go back to making less exciting marketing content. Peace.